Okay, so let me share my screen, guys, now. And we are ready to start. Yeah, so type yes if you guys can see my screen. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, so good news. We are going to learn the latest CCNA CCNP. Okay, so Cisco has recently changed the content and CCNA has no change. Okay, CCNA के अंदर कोई change नहीं आया. CCNA is still 200,301 is the exam code. Okay, so CCNA is a first level exam. So basically, this batch, I hope everybody knows, this is a combination of CCNA certification plus it is a combination of CCNP NRC. Okay, so this is one of the exams of CCNP. So there is another exam also Encore which you guys can join in future. Okay, but right now we are covering this CCNA plus 30410 NRC, and this is the latest NRC version 1.1 we are going to cover. Okay, so whenever you check any content, okay, so normally if you go to Cisco website, like if you can see exam topics, so what is CCNA? CCNA is certification. Okay, so what we are learning here as certification exam topics to prepare and get the certification of CCNA. So if you, it's your choice, you want to give CCNA exam or not, but CCNA certificate, let me show you. Recently, I think one of my student got certified day before yesterday. Yeah, so this is the link, I think. Yeah, so this guy got certified 4 or 5 days back. Okay, from yeah, so you can see this is what we call CCNA certification. Okay, and when you get certified, you can also mention us, maybe me, or maybe you can both networking and Atul Sharma, so that this is actually our reward. That when student get certified, they mention our name. When they get jobs, they mention our names. Okay, so this is how you will get certified. Like Adil got certified few days back, and there are a lot of other students also. They keep doing like certification exams and all. Okay, so this is I wanted to tell you another thing. So when you give the NRC exam, you will also get one certificate. Okay, let me show you that also. I think let me show you on Google, because if I have to find my student, then it will take time. Okay, but when you give an RC exam, okay, so you will get a specialist certification. Okay, so it means in this course we are going to learn two courses. One is CCNA, one is CCNP NRC, which is called. But when you give an RC, just hold on, I'm getting my. So you will get a specialist certification. Okay, so it means in this. Yeah. Coming back to that link. Yeah. So this is the certification you will get, Cisco Certification Specialist Enterprise Advanced Infrastructure Implementation. Okay. So I hope everybody has a goal to become certified, right? How many of you want to give certification exam? Yeah. Most of you, right? Yes. You guys can put down in the chat. Yes. No need to write, sir. Just say yes. Else it will take time. Okay. Great. Okay. So lot of chances to get certified, बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे चांस है सर्टिफिकेशन करने के, because if you learn properly and if you prepare for questions, and this like exam comes with the labs also. बीच में क्या हुआ था, before a few years, like it was completely MCQ question, but now like it is like a proper quiz where you have to do MCQ quiz. Okay, so for example, if I show you CCNA quiz MCQ, uh, so it is like all MCQ questions like this. Okay, so this is one of the how the exam going to be. So the first thing, they have multiple choice, single answer, multiple choice, multiple answers, drag and drop, fill in the blank, simulation, and some testlet. Okay, so this is the first type of question. I hope this is everybody knows that this is going to be little blurry image. Okay, I hope you will see the blur also. But there are multiple options. You have to take multiple options from that. Okay, so this is going to be kind of one question. This is called multiple choice question. Some questions have one answer, some questions have two answers. So the second type of question is called drag and drop. You have to drag the fill in the blanks, you can say. So just you have to drag and drop on the right answer. This is what we call drag and drop questions. These type of questions will also come in exam. Okay. Fill in the blanks are not in Cisco exam, so ignore that. And one is called simulation. What is called simulation? There will be a lab. Okay, so you have to do some configuration. Right now, I think in CCNA, CCNP, 2, 3 labs are coming. If you clear those labs, you get more points. Okay, so the total exam of CCNA is around 1000 marks, and NRC is also 1000 marks. But if you check the passing score and all, it is around 825. Okay, so it is obviously more than 80%. But yes, normally people get 90%, 95%. And we have almost 100% success rate if you learn properly. If you learn properly, if you prepare for the exam properly, you will definitely get certified. Okay. So NRC also, as I mentioned, if you clear NRC, you will also get a certificate which is called Cisco Certified Specialist. And I think one exam also has very good value in the market. It is your call. If you want to give Encore, there is another brother of this exam which is called CCNP Encore. Okay, that batch, after this batch, I will start my Encore batch also. Okay, and if you do not want to waste time, because this is only Monday, Tuesday class, if you have time, you can separate after CCNA topics. You can join in core separately from other trainers also. Okay. If you want to join with me, complete this batch, then we will start in core also. Okay. So as I mentioned, there will be MCQ question. There will be drag and drop questions. There will be simulation lab questions. Okay, so this is going to be 3 types of questions normally. Multiple choice, single answer. किसी में एक आंसर देना है, किसी में दो आंसर देने हैं. Some questions have single answer, multiple answer, drag and drop, and simulation. 4 type of questions will come in exam. Okay, and CCNA certification is very old certification. Okay, so CCNA started, I think, in 97, 98, I think. CCNA first certification year or something. I think it's 1998. So it's almost 25 years, guys. 25 साल से ये certification चल रही है, 25 years down the line. So if somebody is saying there is no value of network engineers, just show them this thing. Okay, 1998, that if anything is running from last 25 years, obviously still the networking is growing day by day. Okay, so some people who are average, they always find negativity in everything. Even if anybody wants to say negative about anything, they can find negative about any good thing, right? I hope you understand. So everybody, just don't listen to them. Just, it's simple is that, just focus on your career. Okay, because somehow down the line, if you love how to make career, just if you feel like yes, you are able to learn, then it's good. Okay, so let me tell you one more thing. So this batch is going to be like, I have arranged in such a way. Okay, so you can see here at the back of my side, learn, practice, and apply. Okay, so this going to be the plan for this batch. You are going to learn live classes, then you are going to do practice labs, and then you are going to apply those skills in your resume. Are you getting my point, guys? Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so I've prepared Excel sheet for all of you. Okay. But yes, this is not the final. I will keep at it because I got little less time to prepare for that. But yes, I made this sheet called World Best Network Engineer. Okay, so we are going to learn all these classes live. Okay, some topics I'll give you video also if you guys are okay, obviously. Okay, so these are going to be the topics. Like it is a like combo batch, CCNA plus CCNP and RC. So if you only want to join an RC, maybe in November end I will start that batch. Okay, but before that I'll be covering the basics. Okay, and this batch is going to be the super easy batch. Even if I'm doing live streaming, you can see. Even I've given the title for this batch is day one of the easiest CCNA CCNP program for network engineers. So I'll make sure the topic you learn in such a way that it is going to be very very easy for you. Okay, तो बहुत इजी तरीके से पढ़ेंगे हम. Okay, but don't worry, if I'm saying easy, it does not mean we will not cover in detail. We will obviously cover in detail everything. Okay, but it's just uh, my approach of delivering this batch is going to be, I will consider you all very beginners. Okay, is that fine, guys? Or should I consider you experts? If you are already experts, then why you are here? Okay, so experts are basically the people who are very good at basics. Those are experts. मैंने पहले भी बताई थी बात, right? So experts are not people who are CCI, who is like double CCI, triple CCI. No, the experts are real experts who are very, very good at basics. Okay, trust me, when I joined Juniper Networks, when I was with Apple, okay, so in those companies, I have seen people don't have CCIs, they do not have certifications, they don't have CCNP certification, they don't have CCI, but the people who are under them, they are CCIs, they are CCNP. Means it is not always that certification will show you the right, they will give you the higher positions. No, certifications are boosters. Okay, booster होते हैं career के लिए. If you have certification, maybe it will help you in a job, it will help you in career, it will just for the changing jobs. Okay, but if you are very happy with where you are working, I'm sure many of you are very happy with where are you working. Okay, so if you are happily working in any company, maybe in XYZ, so then no need to do certification. Okay, so just learn the things and no need to spend money in your certification. But yes, if company is paying you, because lot of companies are giving reimbursement. Okay, so just check with your manager that I'm going to give CCNA CCNP exams in future, like in 4 or 5 months. Shall I apply for the certifications, or will you reimburse my amount or not? Okay, so just try, because I was with the TCS and where we always get coupons for exams. Okay, so HCL also has some, in some projects they have policy. तो एक बार मैनेजर से बात करो कि आप तक सर्टिफिकेशन के पैसे वो दे दें तुम्हारी. ठीक है. Okay, so this is the sheet I'll share with all of you. Okay, so where I have mentioned here that, see, learn live. Live means that whenever you have any question, we can discuss in between the class or end of the class. Okay, but we are going to learn live. Plus, obviously, you will be getting recordings as I mentioned. Okay, so learn, revise. Okay, or I would say revise. Okay, so recordings means revise. And second is practice labs, because I have seen lot of people, they join batches, but they don't do practice. Okay, so this time we will try to take some practice sessions. Like I'll be giving you some small topics, homework, and you guys can then maybe show, maybe with some screenshots, maybe with some portal. I'll try to figure it out how we will do it. But we will apply this rule, as I mentioned, learn, practice, and apply. Okay, because last many batches I've taken, they were just learning and doing labs, but people are not applying things in their resume. So if you learn anything, if you do not add in your resume, then, or maybe if you do not add in your profile in LinkedIn or somewhere, then there is no use of learning that technology. Yes or no? या सही बोल रहा हूँ. कोर्स कर लिया और लिखा ही नहीं कि भाई हाँ हमें आता है, तो फायदा क्या हुआ, राइट? So goal ये है, the goal is to add all those skills in your resume. Okay, add all these skills in your resume. Okay, so this is the topic as I mentioned, and recently, as I mentioned, that we are going to learn the latest things. Even I bought an CCNP latest guide also. Okay, so I'm just showing you. It's not required right now because you guys are beginner. But you can see this is the PDF I bought. CCNP Enterprise Advanced Routing and RC second edition. So this is exclusive content for all of you. And those who are my old students, if they are watching on YouTube, don't worry, you will get update. Okay, so do you know one good thing about networkings? Like every year, so we give all the students 1 year video access. Okay, so that every year you renew them with the latest content. Are you getting my point? So it is not very big amount. It is like 1,000, 2,000 rupees only. But if you pay that amount, you will get the latest content. Now, the people who attended my NRC last year, सपोज जो लास्ट ईयर जिन्होंने एनआरसी किया था ना, सो इफ दे रिन्यू देयर एनआरसी कंटेंट दे विल बी गेटिंग दिस बैच वीडियोस. सो नेक्स्ट ईयर इफ देयर विल बी न्यू अपडेट, यू विल आल्सो गेट दैट न्यू अपडेट आल्सो. इजंट इट कूल? नहीं है क्या? कैंसिल कर देंगे? ओके, सो because technology is changing day by day, and if you are not getting updated content, then what is the benefit? You just spent amount, you learn the technology, and after a few years that technology becomes outdated, right? What if you just pay small amount so that we get renewal, so that we will be able to pay our hosting bills, okay, video hosting bills. So you just get the latest content. Okay, so this is all about CCNA and RC, guys. I hope, do you have any questions regarding before starting this batch? Any question? You can type in the chat, or if people are watching on YouTube can also ask. Okay, so all the topics are, see, in my Excel sheet, you will always find more topics than Cisco. Okay, so, but yes, now it is your choice. You want to learn only following the Cisco curriculum. Okay, let's learn line by line. If you want that, I can deliver that also. Okay, but line by line, like you will feel little boring because if I do not add my industry knowledge, okay, अगर मैं अपना जो knowledge लेके आया हूँ 10-11 साल, अगर मैं वो नहीं deliver करूंगा, if I don't add my knowledge in this curriculum, then there is no benefit. Okay, so that's why I made this Excel sheet so that I can show you. Okay, so where we will be learning from very basic. Okay, so that we go for the advanced topics like EAGRP, and this all content is directly, I'm the only one who is covering directly from the books, trust me. Okay, so because I don't want to miss anything, but if you check live courses, I'm not talking about video courses, live courses, the most lengthy programs anywhere in the world right now, I have the longest batches because I deliver more than 100-150 hours of training. Okay. Gautam has a doubt. I have a doubt that I have gone through the lab portal to try something. To create night. Okay. So Gautam, actually, see the labs. Trust me, the labs you are getting at very affordable prices. Okay, first of all, because we are not charging separately for that. But if you try to check the lab access outside, okay, I'm just showing you so that you actually get the value. Okay, so if you only go for the lab, okay, suppose we are using at the back end, we are using some software which is called EVNG and all, but we have done some lot of customization. Okay, so this is like monthly pricing. So I'm just showing you that you have to pay 160 because we have more than 32 GB of RAM. Obviously, we have bigger servers. So ये जो lab है $160, and this batch will run for 4 to 5 months, and we are giving you 6 months lab access. Okay, so $960. So this cost you are not paying to us. The lab access you are getting is worth 80,000. If you actually go and buy the lab access separately, like there is a website like cloudmylab.com. Okay. So there are other companies. I'm just showing you the prices so that you get an idea. Okay. I'm getting that benefit. Okay. So that's the whole plan. So you will be getting this lab access, and this is for 24 by 7, no limit. You can do 4 hours, 5 hours a day, 10 hours a day. That's your choice. And if you get any problem, as I mentioned earlier, you have to go to our website. Okay. Go to contact us page. And if you get any problem, there is a WhatsApp number of support team. You can click here and WhatsApp support team. Are you getting my point? Directly we have given, we do not ask people to do email, because earlier I feel like if we are taking admission on WhatsApp, then why not to give support on WhatsApp? Yeah, टिकट टिकट नहीं खेलना है यार अपने को, उसमें बच्चा बहुत परेशान हो रहा है. WhatsApp करो. Okay, but timings are normally 10 a.m. to that 6 p.m. So try to share your issue in morning time, because if you are typing in 10 p.m., 11 p.m., currently we are not 24 by 7 support. But in future, yes, if many more students have problem, we will run 24 by 7 support also. Okay. ठीक है, और कोई क्वेश्चन? Okay. So as I mentioned, lab access, there are lot of labs in one course. You are getting a lot of labs here. Okay. And if you want any customization, suppose there is a lab. Okay. So you want me to add like 10 routers more, because what happen if we give you admin access, if we give all student admin access, they will delete all the labs, or maybe they will create problem for our server. Okay, so you have student access, means you can open any lab, you can do any practical. See this big lab, guys. Just see this lab एक बार ये lab देखो. See, yeah. So these type of big labs are already there in the portal. You can go and start any of the labs without any problem. You can see start nodes. And trust me, if you want to do this lab in your computer, you need 64 GB plus RAM. मीन 32 में भी चल जाएगा, बट 32 GB लैपटॉप विल कॉस्ट यू अ लॉट, राइट? 32 GB लैपटॉप बहुत महंगे आते हैं, है ना? 2 लाख के तो आते ही हैं, अप्रॉक्स 2 lakhs इन इंडिया. Okay, so there are a lot of labs, but in case if you have any specific requirement, okay, if you have any, suppose you want to make your company network in our server, okay, so then what you can do, this same software I will help you to install in your laptop also. Are you getting? Because already we have 200, 300 plus labs. Okay. But if you want to do your customization, I will help you to install this type of, not the same one, but similar software, which is called EVNG. Okay. Because in we are not using proper EVNG. We have done our customization also. Okay. So, but yes, at the back end, somehow this software is called EVNG, where you can download this in your computer and you can do customization according to that. But if your laptop is not capable of doing big labs, you can share that topology, because see, if you want to do this type of big lab, but your computer is not able to run that big lab, so you can go here. You can see there is an option called export. दिख रहा है export? Yes, guys. So you have to just share, make your topology in your computer. Okay, but don't do practicals in your computer if your computer do not support high RAM. Okay, or not support, basically. If your computer do not able to do the practical, like bigger ones, as I mentioned. Okay, so those labs you can just share, export to the support team, as I mentioned, and they will be adding those labs in our server. It will save your time. क्योंकि customization option, like obviously we can't give you that admin access of this portal. So that's why the easiest way you can create your labs on your computer, share with us, we will upload here. Okay, but you can do all these 200 plus labs, and there are a lot of labs you can't complete in this batch, trust me. सारी labs तुम कर भी नहीं पाओगे. Okay, so I hope the question is clear. Yes, Rakesh, you can join. लैंग्वेज को लेके करियर बैरियर नहीं होगा। यार सिंपल इंग्लिश तो आनी चाहिए ना, अब तुम्हें सिंपल भी नहीं आएगी तो क्या करेंगे फिर इंटरव्यू में भी। क्यों भाई? क्या? सिंपल इंग्लिश इज मैंडेटरी ब्रो। So whenever you feel like this topic I'm not able to understand, you can type in the chat, sir, can you please explain in Hindi? I will do it for you. But only in the complex topics, not in very basic topics. Okay? Clear? किसी को भी अगर मुश्किल टॉपिक लग रहा है और नहीं समझ आया तो आप बोल सकते हो मुझे कि सर हिंदी में समझा दो, मैं समझा दूंगा। हैदराबादी में बोल देना, पंजाबी में बोल देना, बहुत लैंग्वेज आती है मेरे को। Sir, if we use these labs, then we need to give IP on these manually. Yes, yes, everything is manually. These are blank routers. So what is troubleshooting? Will the problem, if you fix the problem, that's called troubleshooting. Okay. Okay. So let's start that class, guys. So today is like basic, as I mentioned. So we have already created our own networkings book. So initially we will follow this. ठीक है? तो जो मैं कंटेंट दूंगा वो बेस्ट से बेस्ट होगा, डोंट वरी अबाउट द कंटेंट। ओके, सो as I mentioned, this is the first book you will be getting. Please join the WhatsApp channel what I have created, okay? So that you do not miss the content. Because on email, people don't read emails, but WhatsApp somehow everyone see, right? So we will upload in the portal also. So what is portal? Where we upload videos if you miss the class. Anand, you can proceed with the course. You can just contact team and take admission. Okay. So there is a WhatsApp number on YouTube also we have mentioned. Okay. So just anybody can take admission in this batch. If anybody joined as a demo, I don't feel like there is a demo student here. I think everybody is enrolled, right? So guys, you all are enrolled or just you are here for demo? I'm just asking. If you are enrolled, raise hand. Okay, mostly enrolled people joined. Okay. Turn on cameras and मुझे दिखने तो दो कितने हैं। हाँ ठीक है। ओके, लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स। ओके ग्रेट। ओके ओके ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट। आधों के ना वैसे हाथ खड़े हैं ये, वो आइकन वाला हाथ है। दे डोंट हैव द कैमरा मे बी और दे फील शाय। डोंट वेरी गाइज, वी ऑल आर। हाँ ठीक है, गुड गुड। ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द टॉपिक एंड this book you will be getting today, and it is very very simple book. As I mentioned, we are going to learn very very easily. ओके, बहुत इजी तरीके से पढ़ेंगे हम, ठीक है? तो टेंशन नहीं लेनी, टेंशन मैंने लेनी है अब तुम्हें पढ़ाने की। वो एक मूवी थी ना, मैं हूं ना, मैं हूं ना। ओके, सो लेट्स ओपन स्क्रीन ब्रश। सो दिस इज अ टूल आई यूज टू राइट ऑन स्क्रीन। इस पे भी लिख सकते थे वैसे शायद। ओके ग्रेट guys, please verify if you guys can see everything what I'm doing right now. So I've highlighted the CCNA. You guys can see. Okay, just hold on. I think हाँ, आप देखो, दिख रहा है? Okay, not for this batch, I don't know. Okay, दिख रहा है ना सभी को स्क्रीन? Yes guys, everybody can see my screen. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is I've already mentioned myself. I have more than 10 plus years of experience. You guys can read in this book later on, but let's study now. Okay, so CCNA. So right now, why Cisco is popular? Because this Cisco has almost 80% of the market. 80% of routing switching devices are used by companies from Cisco. That's why Cisco courses are more popular. Okay, this is the first benefit. After that, okay, so basic of networking. So what is basic of networking means we are going to cover very basic of networking. Okay, so what is network? As in the previous class we discussed. Okay, so if like two routers you want to connect, okay, or two computers you want to connect. So all these, this is an example of network. Okay, if you connect multiple more devices, so when you connect multiple computers, that is called network. I'm not audible. One guy is saying I'm not audible. I don't know why. Okay, clear. Okay. Okay, so what is network? Network is just a collection of network devices and end system connected to each other. तो नेटवर्क क्या होता है? What is network? Combination connecting multiple devices together. Like if you have four computers, okay, so when you connect four computers together, so that is also example of networking. Okay, so and like what are these network devices? Like computers, servers, smartphones, routers. So these are examples of your network devices. Okay, so network बहुत बड़ा. A network could be a bigger network called internet. So the big network is called internet. Okay. So what is internet? Lot of different networks are combined together. Lot of networks are combined together. That's called internet. Okay. Suppose your home network, my college network. Okay. So lot of places are connected together. Okay. So when they connect with each other, that's like they become what? Internet. है ना? So when all these locations are connected together, they are called internet. Like network of networks is known as internet. Okay, what is internet? Network. Hmm, okay, I have some problem in writing here. No worries. Okay, so network of networks. So what is internet? When somebody asks you, okay, can you, nobody will ask you in very good interviews, but in simple interviews, if anybody asks, okay, can you explain internet? So you can simply say that network of networks is called internet because this is my home network, this is your college network, this is my office network, this is your office. So lot of companies, colleges, universities, everybody, hospitals, everyone is connected and they all are different networks. Like every company, every office, everyone has a different network. And when we combine all these networks together, that's called internet. So it means network of networks or network of different networks is called internet. Clear? Yeah. Very simple. Right. So now if we check here, lot of network devices are there in the market. Okay, like computers. Okay, so one of the devices are called computers. Everybody knows what are computers. They are normal computer systems which connect to network and send and receive data. Like your phones right now. So right now your phone is sending data and receiving data, right? The same way computer laptops, these are personal computers. These are called PCs, right? I don't have to explain PC, right? So now when we talk about NIC card, सबसे पहला ये card आता है. What is NIC? So NIC is a chip basically. NIC is a chip. NIC card is a chip. You can add that chip inside your laptop or computer, but nowadays this chip is already inbuilt in laptops. तो पहले से ये chip inside में होती है. All these laptops nowadays, they already have NIC cards. Okay, all these have NIC cards. So NIC full form is Network Interface Card. Okay, क्या होता है? So normally one computer, suppose this is a laptop. So laptop already has a inbuilt NIC, so which is called Network Interface Card, and this NIC has MAC address. Okay, so there is no MAC address of any computer, by the way. Technically, okay. So there is no MAC address of any computer. The MAC address is on NIC chips. If computer has NIC, then computer has MAC address. But if computer do not have NIC, computer do not have MAC address. Clear? Yes, Stan? Okay. Okay, so NIC will discuss more. Okay, but NIC has a MAC address that is assigned by manufacturer. Manufacturer means any company who create NIC chips. They give a MAC address to people or to the machines. Okay. So then we have network cables and connectors. So like for example, in this scenario, यहाँ पर देखो. Okay, so see here. So you can see here, like computers are connected together. It is just a diagram. But normally in real world, computers will be connected with some cables, right? Or maybe with Wi-Fi. Okay, so these are called cables and connectors, which will help you to connect with the network. Okay, or it can be wireless also. Like in your company, maybe you are using a laptop with cable for internet, which is called LAN cable. Okay, and maybe your company has wireless. Okay, totally depends. But which is more reliable, guys? Tell me, wire or wireless? Right now, okay, wired, not weird, basically wired. Okay, so wired connections are more reliable because wireless can create any problem. Maybe if you go a little far away, signal will drop, right? Wired connectivity is more reliable. That's why. But nowadays, Wi-Fi is also getting stronger and stronger day by day. But if you get a chance, if you want to play a movie, okay, in your television, like in smart TV, so will you use cables or Wi-Fi is okay? Wi-Fi is okay, right? Because if any movie is like little blurry, you will handle it. If your network is not stable, you feel it's okay. But in a company, if a very important meeting going on, so would you able to take a chance to if video meeting gets blur, will you take chance? So now tell me, कोई मीटिंग चल रही है वहां पे वायर वाली केबल लगाओगे, वायरलेस से कनेक्ट करोगे? Wired, right? So that's why in your meeting rooms, if you are already working in meeting rooms, mostly we also have LAN cables. Yes or no? Yes, we also have LAN point. Normally we feel like lazy. I know that we can do meeting with wireless, but normally we have LAN cables also. Why? Because we do not want to take a risk. If network is not stable, then there would be a problem, right? So that's why wired connectivity is more reliable. Okay, wireless is okay. Okay, but I don't say not reliable, but not reliable as wired connections. Okay, not reliable as wired. Wireless is also good. There is no complaint. Even right now, I'm using wireless. Meeting going on, but I'm on wireless because I can. If you feel like the screen is not good or something, because I'm sitting very next to Wi-Fi, and there are not other employees or my other family members are not connected to this Wi-Fi. Okay, so what is host? A computer, laptop, printer, any device you call host. तो होस्ट क्या होता है? व्हाट इज होस्ट? होस्ट कैन बी लैपटॉप, कंप्यूटर, मोबाइल, printer, any device that uses IP address to go to internet is called host. Okay, very basic. Let's go further. If you read this line by line, you will not feel like any problem because this is so easy. Okay, if I show you all big Cisco books and all, it is like way little complex. Language is little complex to understand because it's purely written in such a way that it looks like uh, what we call the big guide, right? Okay, so now in networking, whenever you see a diagram, that's called topology. Okay, suppose if there is a picture here, two routers are connected. Okay, let me show you a topology. Uh, okay, so let me change my background. Okay, let me spotlight. You guys can see me, right? हाँ ठीक है. Okay, so you guys can see behind me, you guys can see a picture, right? Yeah. So what is this basically? This design, like if you see on the top, there are some routers and all. Okay, so what is this picture? This picture diagram, you will not say, okay, let's take a pledge. We will not say this is a picture now. This is not a diagram. We can say that it's a network diagram, but not diagram. So what we call this? This whole back side, this is what we call topology. क्या बोलेंगे हम इसे? Yeah, topology. Okay, so now what topology is this, guys? This is physical topology or logical topology? What do you see? कौन सा ये बताओ मुझे. Yes, is a physical topology. Okay, and not physical. This is logical. Okay, so physical is basically when you actually see the devices, what we call server room. Server room, पता है ना? Server room and all these where actually we place network devices and all those are called. Those are called your what we call physical topology, basically like how the actually networking is going on at the back side. If I try to show you, my camera is little blurry today, I don't know why. I try to make it more engaging. Yeah, so now you can see this whole picture at backside. So this is what we call physical infrastructure. You can see all these cables are added here, right? At the back side. So all these are called how actually devices are connected. So this is called physical topology. Okay. The previous one, when you see routers with icons, okay, those icons and all these are called. So now tell me which topology is this? Type in the chat. ये कौन सी topology है? This is called physical topology, or we can say that it's a physical connectivity. Okay, physical connectivity, physical devices. When you actually see the network devices in your office, that's called physical connectivity and all. And when you have what we call the diagrams, okay, what we call, okay, these are called logical topologies because we are going to see how the cables are added, how these two routers R1, P1, P2 are connected, right? All these are going to be like that. Okay, great. Now you got the idea. Okay, now we got the idea. So we have two topologies. So as I mentioned, one we have logical and one we have physical. Okay, so this diagram, when you actually make icons, ये जो icons हम बनाते हैं, when we add circles, when we add rectangles, all these things are called logical topology. Okay, but when we see the real topology is called physical topology. Okay, physical topology. So now if we talk about topologies, so there are different type of topologies in the market. Okay, so if I show you, okay, so this is just a small video I'll be playing and I'm going to explain because this is in Hindi. So I'll translate this in English for you. So this just, it's a 3 minutes. Let's play. So this is like network topologies. Okay, so what is network topologies? So there are few designs actually how we can add router network devices in our company. Okay, so the first topology is called bus topology. Okay, where this is very old design, guys, where we have one cable and you connect all computers with that cable. This is called bus topology. दिख रहा है एक ही केबल होती थी वी हैव ओनली वन केबल and where we add all the computers with one cable. So tell me, if one cable goes down, what will happen? All my company network will go down. Yes or no? Yes? Agree? Chat पे लिखते नहीं हो तुम आधे लोग. Yes, network will go down. This is the problem. That's why we do not use this topology now. Yes? Do we use, if I ask you question, do we use bus topology now? नो. ओके, सो ये चलो इसको आगे चलने दो फिर. ठीक है, इग्नोर दिस नाउ. बस वी जस्ट वांट टू नो. ओके, दिस इज अ टोपोलॉजी वेरी ओल्ड डेटेड, आउटडेटेड. We do not use bus topology now. After, you can see we are sending data, and if one cable goes down, let me show you if cable will go down or not. I think we have added it. See, data is going, but if cable goes down, right, what will happen? The whole devices, they will not get data, right? This is a problem. We are not using, see, sometimes we have to go to the back side, right? कई बार हमें पढ़ने के लिए हिस्ट्री में जाना पड़ता है भाई, right? Why we are learning this? So that you get an idea why, what are topologies, right? Simple. Cisco want you to understand these. Okay, so bus means they are just traveling if one link goes down. So the other topology is called star topology. This is the mostly used topology because star means you connect a network device called switch. And when you connect cables with that switch, when you actually connect computers with a network switch is called star topology, because you can place all computers anywhere. I don't know why they call star, but yes, you can add multiple connections together. That's called, it is star topology. Clear, everyone? Okay, so this is called star, and this is the most commonly used topology everywhere. Now tell me, if you go to your office, if you use a laptop, ignore wireless. If you connect LAN cables, so what topology you guys are using in your company now? Bus or star? Mostly everyone is using star. One guy is saying bus. I think he is not enrolled because he can't dare to enjoy my classes like this. ये पक्का एनरोल्ड नहीं होगा, तभी रिस्क ले रहा है मुझसे ऐसे बात करने का. कह रहा है वी आर यूजिंग बस टोपोलॉजी इन माय कंपनी. एक्चुअली इज टॉकिंग अबाउट ही गोज टू ऑफिस विद बस. Okay, so this is the bus topology. Okay, so now if we go further, okay, so if we go further, I think we have lot of companies are using star topology. Then we have mesh topology. Mesh means like computers connect with each other with all the cables, but this is very costly. But understand, because how many ports, LAN ports you have in your computer normally? One. And nowadays, all laptops, they even don't have. Like if you buy MI, Redmi, all these laptops, they don't have even single port. Even MacBook also do not have this Ethernet port. Chindi companies होगी हैं. Okay, so these companies don't have the LAN ports. Okay, but now try to understand this partial mesh means you connect your computers with each other. So do you find this is relevant nowadays? Because do you buy three LAN ports for your laptop? So we do not use partial mesh, but if we are now consider these laptops are my office routers. This is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, four offices. So do you think now partial mesh is okay? अगर आपके चार ऑफिस हैं, if you have four offices, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, so then it is in the WAN connectivity, wide area network, which means, okay, if you have multiple offices, then we can connect like this, right? If you are a big company, obviously, yes, you can use that, right? You can connect Delhi to Mumbai, Mumbai to Chennai, Chennai to Kolkata, right? So ये partial mesh topologies are not used in LAN networks. Partial mesh can be used in WAN networks when you connect routers with each other, not computers. If you do not understand, don't worry. We will cover in further classes how when you understand what is router, why router connect with multiple routers and all. But try to understand in LAN networks, LAN means local area network. Okay, your home network is also LAN network. Your office network is also LAN network. Okay, so any small network, okay, within the area, that's called LAN network, you can say. Even a company network is called a LAN if you are at same location. Okay. So now partial mesh means, but in LAN network, we do not use because it's very, very costly. Okay, so we have partial mesh also. Instead of what is full mesh, you connect all computers with each other. That's called full mesh. Okay, which is very costly. And we have partial mesh where you connect just a few, three, four links with each other, but not all links. Okay, so this is what we call full mesh. And partial में क्या था? Partial has like three, four links like this. This is partial mesh because this second computer and the fourth computer is not connected because they are connected with the first and this one, third, right? So this is called partial, means there are not all computers are not connected to each other. Means you have lot of links, but not all computers are connected to each other. That's called partial. But when all computers are connected to each other, that's called full mesh. Clear, everyone? Great. Okay, so there is a formula how many links are required. Like if there is an example like n minus 1 is equal to 2. Suppose you have five computers. Okay, put 5 here. Little bit math, not too much. So agar suppose you have five computers, so 5 minus 1, 4, 5 into 4, 20, 20 divided by 2 is 10. So for five computers, how many links are required? 10 links. Because you connect lot of links, na? The total links is like, okay, so this is just an example. If you have 7, let's take 7. 7 minus 1, 6, 7, 6, 42. 42 divided by 2 is 21 links. 21 केबल लगेंगी हमें. 21 cables are required if you have 7 computers in full mesh. So this is very, very outdated, I would say, because everybody uses star topology. Switches को use होता है ज़्यादातर, mostly we use switches. And there is another very old topology. This is also called ring topology. Like a ring, you can see the data will come to you one by one. Okay, it is like a ring. Okay, but normally we do not use a ring also in the LAN networks, but this ring is also used in ISP networks. If you join Airtel, if you join Reliance, if you join any ISP, what is ISP? Internet Service Provider. Internet Service Provider होता है. But ISP, big companies are using means they are connecting their routers. This is like example of big router. So they are connecting their big routers in a ring. Okay. Like you can see all these routers are connected together and they are forming ring networks. So this is very advanced for you all. Okay. But yes, big companies are using ring networks where they put routers connected with each other. Okay. That's called ring network. Okay. So used by ISP nowadays. Okay. So normally what we learn from this topologies, we have bus topology, star topology, partial mesh, full mesh, and then I told you that's what we call ring topology. So mostly we use which topology? Star. Because all other topologies, if we use, they are going to be very, very costly for us. If you see the bus topology, this is very, it's a big problem. If one cable goes down, the whole company network will go down. That's why do not use bus topology. Okay, then we have star topology where if one computer goes down, there will be no effect on other computers. That's why it is best of the best network. Okay, and after that we have this called partial. Partial will be very costly for you. You can add computers, but you need lot of links. Lot of links you will not connect with each other in the LAN network, right? So will you go to your office management and say, sir, we have 50 laptops and every laptops need 4 LAN port. So will you buy 200 NIC cards separately after buying laptops? तो 200 लैन पोर्ट्स खरीदोगे अलग से 50 लैपटॉप्स के लिए? मैनेजर कहेगा रिजाइन दो. Yeah, Gaurav is saying manager will say put the papers, give resignation if you have that solutions as a network engineer. Okay, so ring networks we use in ISP. Okay, so if you are from working with ISP, I'm sure you know that ISP networks are on ring networks. Okay, so big companies are using ring topologies. Again, it's a costly solution, but big companies need redundancy, means they need connectivity. That's why. Okay, so watch this video. I'll be sharing this link in your chat. Okay, whenever I share any link in the chat, try to save. Okay, or just write topologies on our YouTube channel, you will get it. Okay. Okay, so let's watch this also as a network devices. Okay, another 5 minutes. Okay, so what is NIC? What I told you. So NIC is this chip called network interface cards. Guys, is my voice cracking? I don't feel like. I think the student has issue from his side. Okay, so NIC card. What is NIC? So NIC stands for network interface card. And long time back, 10 years, 15 years back. So every computer, like in every computer, we have to buy separately this NIC card, which we add in the PCI slots. Okay, it's a chip basically. You can see the, and we have to place this in the PCI slot. This is what we call PCI slot. This is motherboard. तो हमें ऐसे लगाना पड़ता था इसे. ठीक है? We have to add like this. This is very, very old, like 10 years, 15 years back. Okay, but nowadays all the motherboards and computer don't have MAC address. Computer do not have any MAC address. Okay, but where we have MAC address, we have MAC address on this chip. Okay, we have MAC address on this chip. And nowadays, all the motherboards already have this chip inside. You can see some slots. दिख रहे हैं? Yes, guys. You can see, right? So these NIC cards are already inbuilt on motherboard. So you do not have to buy separately now. So after this video, I'll give you 5 minutes break. So this is what we call Ethernet port also. LAN port, Ethernet port. Okay, Ethernet port would be more good term. Okay, so nowadays we have 2 cards, 3 cards, depends on your motherboard. You have multiple ports also. So these are called NIC cards. Okay, so these are called NIC chips.
So moving on. So after that, if we want to connect 4 computers together, okay, so then we buy a device which is called switch, okay, or hub. Earlier it was hub, but hub has a problem. If you send data to one computer, data will go to all computers. So hub we do not use nowadays. There will we hub is obsolete device. We do not use hub because it wastes a lot of bandwidth. Because if I want to send you a file, okay, if one computer A want to send data to computer B, the data will go to C also, D also. Let's see. So in hub, we connect all computers. You can see the cables are connected with computers like this. Okay, so this is how we connect computers, like 8 computers together. Okay, so it is not used anymore because if you send data, you can see send data, it will go to all computers together. Yes, dikha bhi. I'm sure if I show you again, you can see the packet will go and it will send to all the computers. So this is what we call broadcast. If you send data to everyone, this is called broadcast. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? जब एक जगह भेजना है डेटा और सब जगह चला जाए, if you send to one machine but go to everywhere, that's called broadcast. Okay, it's a problem because bandwidth utilization will go high. Okay, so this is what 2 devices we covered, NIC and hub. Yes. So आ जा यार, एरो कहाँ जा रहे? Okay, so then we bought a switch, which is more powerful device. Okay, where we connect all computers and there is no problem of broadcast. If we replace this hub, if we replace this with the switch basically, अगर हम इसकी जगह switch लगा दें, so switch will only send to A computer to B only because switch learn MAC address that okay, packet is coming from A, computer is going to B. So switch learn MAC address. That's why it is going to the same computer. So he's saying I am the B computer. Please only send to me, and other computers will reject the packet. Okay, that's let me repeat again. So switch क्या होता है? The switch, if you send data to switch, switch learn MAC address. That's why he know the location. That's why the switch do not have to forward packet to all computers. But till the time we do not get MAC address, we switch also do broadcast one time, 2 time. Okay, we'll discuss this in practical. But which is more intelligent, hub or switch? Tell me. Switch. Because why switch is more intelligent? Because switch learn MAC address. Okay, switch learn MAC address. That's why it is way better than. Okay, so after that, we have a device which is like the father of network devices. Okay, router. So basically, if you want to connect 2 different networks, because 2 different networks by default, they cannot talk. Yes? By default, 2 different, like internet is also different network, right? Internet is also a different network. So why you always need a router in your home? Why everyone have Wi-Fi devices at home, router, what we call router Wi-Fi devices? Okay, because all these devices connect with a different network. और router क्या करता है? What is router? Connect two or more different networks together. This is how we build internet. Lot of network devices, routers are placed on internet. Every college, university, campus, companies, they all have routers. And all these routers, even big ISP also have routers. This is how your data is going to Google and Facebook. All routers are forwarding your data to Google, Facebook, anywhere, because routers are forwarding your data. They check routing table, they check and forward data. Okay. So everywhere, every company, medical hospital, everyone is using routers, and these routers are helping us to connect with each other. Clear, everyone? So which cable we place between routers normally? WAN cable. कौन सी cable use होती है? Which cable is used between routers normally? WAN cable. We can say that yeah, router is a WAN device, but nowadays we can use in LAN also. We'll discuss in practicals. Okay. So what are WAN cables? So some cables are undersea. Obviously, we can't put so big ISP. They have lot of routers, and they have cables. Okay, and they connect routers with cables, obviously, and these cables provide connections to home, offices, and all these things. Clear? Okay, what I recommend you guys, I don't know why people don't watch it, but we have a lot of animation content. Okay, one video takes around 7 to 8 days to create. Do you know? How was the content? Tell me. Have you seen this type of content anywhere? Rarely you will find it. Okay, so we are creating those content day by day. That's why, uh, and we are initially we created very basic content, and basic knowledge we always give. We put on YouTube. It's like it's free, obviously, but now we started making premium content in animation also. Okay. So now you can see, try to go to our YouTube channel, try to check animation, more videos. Okay, so you will get some ideas about what is ping, what is BGP, what is again TCP, UDP, OSP, a VPN. Okay, try to watch these topics in free time. Okay, तो इसको free time में देखा करो. Okay, so let me type this link in your chat so that you can bookmark this link, guys. Okay, so there you will find those animation content. Okay, so now coming back to okay, so network topology, you understand about star, ring topology, bus topology and all. Okay, so like if you have mix of topologies, that's called hybrid, but this term we do not use too much. Okay, so let's take a 5 minutes break and come back. Okay, ठीक है? मुझे पता है तुम्हें टाइम का पता नहीं चल रहा है आज. It's like watching movie, like come back in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry if I'm late. Please make English. Yeah, I'm speaking in English only. Do you feel like I'm speaking Chinese? Yes, Rafi. Uh, okay, Shabazz. Welcome to Networkings. Okay, so coming back to कहाँ पे आ गया हम? हाँ. So after that, so what is unicast, multicast, and broadcast? My screen is visible, right? Okay, so what is unicast means when you send data to only one computer, that's called unicast. Okay, so when you send data to everyone, that's called broadcast. And when you send multiple devices, that's called multicast. Okay, so let me show you unicast, multicast, broadcast. Okay, so see this blurry picture. I got a blur image from internet. Okay, but you can see when you send data from one computer to one server, one computer to one computer, that's called unicast. क्या बोलते हैं इसको हम? What we call this unicast. When we send data to everyone, that's called broadcast. Not even a single device is left when you send to everyone broadcast. And when you send to some multiple devices, but not everyone, that's called multicast. Okay. So this is what we call, and this is very going to be very, very useful in our learning. So because sometimes we say this is a broadcast, this is a multicast. So remember this. So when we send data to one by one to one is called unicast, one to many is multicast, one to all is called broadcast. Clear? Okay, so network devices, we know router is a device which connect different network together. So router is a networking device or inter-networking device which is used to connect two or more. This is going to be a definition if somebody asks you router kya hota hai. What is router? Router is a networking device used to connect two or more different networks. Clear, everyone? So which layer is this? This is called layer 3. So we have not done yet OSI model, but if you know little bit of OSI model, so network layer पर काम करता है. This work on network layer, we will discuss this OSI model very soon. So what router does? Router, what is the main work of router? Routing. Simple. Easy to remember. What is the work of router? Routing. What is routing? Forwarding of packets from one network to another network. Forwarding of packets. पैकेट ही जाएंगे ना नेटवर्क में. Packets are normally, it's a common term we use in networking. Forwarding of packets from my city to your city, from my Facebook to your Facebook ID, from my WhatsApp to your WhatsApp, anything, any application. So when I forward data from one location to another location on internet, okay, so that forwarding of packets from one network to another network is called routing, right? So it perform router is actually forwarding my data to the internet. So what router is doing? Router is doing routing. So hub we discuss. Hub is a LAN device, okay, which works on physical layer. Hub has very, very less number of ports. Hub is a dummy device because it simply broadcasts the frame. Okay. So there was a device called bridge also. Okay. So what is bridge basically? Like when you have a lot of hub,
this bridge devices came before switch. Okay. So like if you want to connect multiple computers or multiple hubs together, if I talk about where we use bridge, yeah, this picture is better. Not so better. Yeah. So if you see this, okay, so you can see like computers are connected with hub, but hub do not learn MAC address. That's why we place bridge. Bridge learn MAC address. But nowadays not, we do not use hub. We do not use bridges. Directly we have a device called switch, because switch learn MAC address and switch also connect computers with each other. Okay, but earlier days, this is this is the design. We connect computers with hub, then we connect a hubs with bridges because bridge learn MAC address. Okay, but nowadays combination of bridge and hub, you it's like you can say that. Okay, so hub or bridges ke combo ko, the hub and bridges are combined together, and with some more intelligence, we call them devices called switches. Okay, so this is the another advantage. Okay. So what is hub, bridge, and router? Okay, so we have written a blog, I think. Yeah, I do remember. Okay, so just check on our main website, which is nwkings.com. Okay, so try to read blogs here because these are written by one of our like few what we call ex students. So they in free time they write content for networkings as a freelancer because they are doing their job, but they want to stay updated with the knowledge, right? Suppose if you guys love technology, you love to write, you can also contact us, and if you want to write some technical blogs, but first learn. When you learn, then only you can write, right? So this is one of our student. You can see what are advantages of hub. Hub are more affordable than switches and bridges, but they are cost effective, provides easy and convenient solution for network segmentation. Disadvantages problem. So this is the bridge discussion. Disadvantages. Okay, so just have a look. Okay, I would recommend you highly to read these type. See, reading, watching, practice, everything going to be in this batch. But I'll provide every content. Whatever, if you love to read, I'll give you reading material. If you love to watch content, we are giving you recordings of live classes. Extra videos I will also share. Don't worry. Okay. But just be flexible with your learning. So the switches are very expensive compared to hub and bridges. Okay. But the switch is difficult to configure. Means normal IT guys cannot configure high powerful switches. For that, you have to learn CCNA, CCNP. That's why you all are here, right? So just go to this section blog. So you can see we daily write lot of latest content here, like cloud engineer, a guide to become a cloud engineer, AWS cloud engineer, HSRP, technical CCNA. So you can see CCNA, and you can see here other things also, network services and all. What is IT networking? Now if we see here, what is IT networking? And IT networking is getting popular day by day because a lot of network devices are connecting digitally. Okay, so we have devices like internet, firewall, printer, laptops. Okay, so all these things are discussed. HSRP will discuss itself another topic. Okay, so I'm just showing you that yes, you can start learning this content because we make sure the content what we are writing and all is going to be up to the mark. ये इतने बड़े बड़े ब्लॉग्स लिख रहे हैं, हम तो पढ़ भी लो इनको कोई, है ना? तो तुम नहीं पढ़ोगे तो कौन पढ़ेगा, right? Okay, so just go and read this section. So once a day, twice a day, and try to find what we call mistakes. This is your homework. If Because my content writers are also like humans, right? They might do any mistake. If you find any problem and all, so just inform us, okay? Or just mention in the comment in the blog, because if you scroll down, I think there is a section where you can comment, okay? And if you can't, then just let me know. I'll figure it out. Okay, so this is all network devices. Switch we already know this. It's a layer 2 device. Okay, which we will discuss later. But switch is a device where we connect multiple computers with each other. Okay, and what is the work of switch? Switching. What is switching? Forwarding of frames. Okay, because in switch, whenever we send data, in switches we call frames. When we discuss in the routers, we call packets. Okay, so whenever we discuss about routers, we always say forwarding of packets. Whenever we discuss about switches, we always say forwarding of frames. Okay, clear? We'll discuss more in OSI model, but right now just remember this thing. So switches are used for connecting more, like connecting laptops, printers, computers. Okay, so they all these network devices are used. Okay, and this is just a difference. Just have a look. So now what is a gateway? So gateway is just an entrance point of a route LAN network. Okay, if you want to connect, if I show you like okay, so let's say one network diagram, any network diagram, not any specific, but a normal one. Okay, normally basic one where we have one router and all. Okay, so this is a normal, I would say this is very simple network diagram. Okay, so where we have internet, yeah, you guys can see. So try to understand how these devices are placed. I'm not showing you any complex one. I'm just showing you basic one. So you can see we have internet here, right? So internet, and there is a router which is connecting with me to internet. Okay, so why we have firewall? That's for security, so that nobody from outside world can attack my company, right? Firewall is for protection. So you can say, so firewall is like protecting me from attackers. Okay, but normally consider, we learn CCNA, CCNP, router, switches and all. Okay, so you can see here, router is here. Okay, then router, we have this switches connected to router. Okay, and this switch is connected to servers, then to the phones, computers, PCs, wireless devices, then wireless devices are connected to the wireless device. Okay, so in simple language, router connect with switches, then all computers, printers, servers, they connect with switches. Okay, this is one of the example. Okay, so just try to check network diagram on Google, click on the images and try to check multiple diagrams as a learner. तो आपने क्या करना है, this is going to be your homework kind of. Try to figure it out, okay? Just type here network diagram, okay? And try to understand why these are connected like this, so that you get some curiosity to learn. You can see here. Now try to understand this. This is ISP, Internet Service Provider. Okay, this is how you gain the real world knowledge also, because you are checking the scenarios. Okay, so you can see this is a router which is connected to ISP, which stand for Internet Service Provider. Okay, then we have cloud. Cloud means it could be internet or something like that. Okay, so we have a switch here. Okay, so server we can connect with the router also, but normally it is recommended to connect with the switches. So you can see then we have some smartphones, computers, they all are connected with this switch. Okay, so this is another one of the example. And if we go for this one, again, you can see this is more advanced now. So where we have router is connected to some internet. Then we have different locations like server, hotel servers and all. Okay, so we'll discuss these type of connectivity also. But as of now, just understand very basic network. Okay, that we connect router with switches, switches with computer. I think if you understand this topology, this is enough for you right now because you guys are very न्यू टू दिस फील्ड. ओके, तो अभी आपको बहुत एडवांस में नहीं जाना है. ओके, सो इट इज लाइक यू जस्ट हैव टू लुक बेसिक थिंग्स. Okay, so now you consider, now again we have a router here. Router symbol is circle shape. Okay, then we have a switch here. Then we have another switch here. Okay, so now switches are connected with the router. Then all computers are now connected with switches. Okay, server is again connected to router. It's and we have added a firewall between router and internet so that nobody from outside world can attack me. But can you see that we have also added in this scenario, maybe a company has a requirement. So इस company ने क्या करा होगा? Maybe it is a sample of any company diagram. So you can see we have one more firewall here, okay, which is protecting my Wi-Fi network. So maybe any people guest network. This is like a guest user will come to your office and connect with Wi-Fi, and these will be filtered because firewall does protect you from outside traffic, and it will also protect and do some internal filter also, filtration, or what we call filtering. Filtering means, okay, which user you want to give access to facebook.com. So this user, a guest, you do not want guest to download torrents, right? You do not want that this guest came to your office and downloading data, watching movies. Okay, so obviously you don't want, they just get firewall. So firewall gives some limit, okay, that he cannot use more than uh, 5 MB per second, more than not 50. So it totally depends on the speed, whatever policies. Every company has different policy, but firewalls can used internally and firewalls can used outside also. समझ आया? So we can place firewalls anywhere. Any router can we use a gateway. So what is gateway? So as I discussed, gateway is your router only. बाहर जाने के रास्ते को, exit point of LAN. Okay, so where do you see exit point of LAN here? Tell me. So all these are LAN networks, right? This is my LAN network. So exit means bahar jane ka rasta, exit point of the LAN. So this switch is also my LAN network. So this is my exit entry. Okay, so this is where I go to internet, right? So this router is working as a gateway. So what is gateway here? So we are, as a network engineer, this cable which is connected to this switch, okay, or maybe this cable. Okay, so you can see there is another. So maybe there is a small switch here. So just understand, if this switch is also going to this interface. Okay, so my firewall is also adding. So all these users, even the guest, they all go to internet from this link. Yeah. So the router internal cable. Okay, so the router LAN cable, the cable which is going in the LAN network. So as a network engineer, we give some IP address here, like 1.1.1.1. We will learn in this course how to configure all these devices like switches, routers, and all. So firewall, like if you have already taken firewall, like Palo Alto, that's a separate batch, not my batch. Okay, that's for network security if you want to add. Okay, but we will configure switches, routers, layer 3 switches. Okay, lot of other tools and all. So you can see, we as a network engineer, we will go to this router. We will open the command line of this router. We will type some commands here. Okay. And we will configure this router as a gateway. So when we give IP address on router, so जब हम कोई IP router पे देते हैं, when we give any IP on the router, that router becomes the gateway of this LAN network. If I configure IP address like 111 on this cable, so these routers can go to internet with this gateway. Are you getting my point? So it is like you build your home, but you do not have a gate. You can't go outside it, right? I hope you understand. So this is all your home. So try to understand, this is all your home. This is all your rooms. Okay, kitchen, washroom, whatever. Okay, but this is the entry gate. So how do you go from outside from your room to outside market? Using gate, right? So router is working as a gateway for you. Clear everyone now? Yes, every router has a different gateway. Okay, so if you have multiple LAN networks, then router, your LAN has multiple gateways also. Okay, so if I show you one example, yeah, you can see this now. ओ यार, कहीं होगा तो पिक्सल इतने गंदे है ना, शर्म ही आ जाती खोल के. ओके सो या, ये भी ले सकते हैं यार. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so now in this picture, what we see here, do you feel like now, yes, it's a different kind of batch? Yeah, टोपोलॉजीज पे इतनी डिस्कशन नहीं होती यार. Okay, so now you see here, so this is one of the diagram, again what we call topology network diagram. Okay, so this is one LAN network. You can see why I mark this boundary, because this cable ये देखो, एक cable है इधर, right? You see one cable here. So this one cable we have to see. This one cable is connecting to some firewall. Then further, these all devices, like I put a boundary here. All these devices are one LAN network. This is LAN 1. Let's say LAN 1. After that, you can see there is another cable, which is this boundary. This is what we call LAN 2, right? So now both LAN networks, now router will have two IP address. Maybe this is 1.1.1 and this network has 2.1.1.1. So now tell me how many gateways the router has. Right now, we have two LAN networks. That's why we have two gateways in one single router. If you have four different LAN networks, then it will become four gateways. So every LAN network has exit path, right? हर LAN network को बाहर जाने का रास्ता चाहिए. All exit paths are called gateway. So router is not a gateway. Okay, so you can't say router and gateway same thing. Router cables or router, these cables are called interfaces. What we call these interfaces, cables, where we put na LAN, what we call router port. Router port जो होता है जिसमें केबल लगता है, router port is called interface. Router port is called interface, and those interface are like gateways. Okay. So when we start doing configuration, you will understand. But as of now, just try to understand. Okay, gateway is like exit point of LAN network is gateway. Okay. So what is modem now? So modem is for modulation and demodulation. Okay. So if you heard about like everybody knows that whenever we get any connection from modem connection, okay, just hold on. So what is modem? Okay. So it is for signal transformation basically. हाँ ये पिक्चर दिखाता हूँ तुम्हें. Hmm. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, so what do you see here? Okay, so you can see here. Let's see from the other side that we have internet. Okay, we have ISP or whatever. Okay, so you can see this is internet or ISP. Okay, so whenever ISP gives signals, all signals are in this format. This is called analog signal. Analog. Analog signal. But this computer do not understand analog signal. So it's like if you see the what we call the telephone cable. Okay, so telephone cable, what we call like landline phones or something like in previous days. Okay, so the cables, they are getting the data as an analog signal, and this device is called modem, which is called modulation. Modulation. And this device is also capable of demodulation. Demodulation. So what is modulation? Converting analog to digital signals. And what is demodulation? Digital to analog, because we want to send data and want to get data back. Okay, so now consider here you have your Facebook server. Okay, so this is your Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Okay, so this is your computer. So when you open any website or you get any page from Facebook, okay, so you can see. So when you open facebook.com, your computer is sending digital signal to modem. Okay, the device you have in your home right now, broadband router जिसे बोलते हैं हम, the modem, broadband router, whatever you say, that has a modem capability also. Okay, so you can see we are getting nowadays fiber cables have fiber optical signal. Okay, we'll discuss later on, but you can consider ISP gives you connection with the two ways, analog signal, or maybe it is giving you optical signal, which is with the light fiber cable. So modem devices, so different modems, some convert analog to digital, and some modems convert your optical signals to digital signal also. Clear हो रहा है? Okay, because your computer only understand digital signal 0 and 1 machine language, right? So the modems are used to convert your analog signals, optical signals into digital signals so that your computer understand, okay, that Facebook is sending me this hi message. And when you forward the data, you forward the data, you forward in the digital signals. Okay, your device get digital signal. This digital signal again transform into analog and go to ISP or wherever it is going. Clear? This is what we call at the back end. Okay, because if you understand that old cables, you can see here again, like if there is a sender and there is a receiver on internet, like if I'm sending data to you, okay, so one side, left side, this is my computer. Okay, this is me. This is my computer and this is your computer. Okay, so sending my data to modem in a which format? Digital. Digital has this symbol. This is what we call digital. Okay, and analog is this signal is called analog. If you are a BTech student, you already know it. If you are not, then I'm just telling you. Whenever you see this type of signal in any books, this is called digital, means computer understand this digital signal. Whenever you see this signal, this is called analog signal, which means computer directly do not support analog. So we have to convert this analog with using modem devices. So जो घरों में लगा होता है ना आपके वो डब्बा, okay, the devices what you have in your home, so those devices are what we call modem, or some people call this router. So actually that devices has multiple things, router, modem, everything. Okay. यार ये वाइड बैकग्राउंड हो गया आज, चलो कोई बात नहीं. ओके सो कहाँ गए थे हम? ओके, नींद नहीं आनी चाहिए किसी को भी. So what is repeater? See, one time only you have to understand this, because maybe people will not ask you this in interview, but you should know it, right? What is modem? What is repeater? If you don't know, then you should not call yourself network engineers. Yeah. So what is repeater? Repeater means like boost the signal if signal is getting weak. Okay, like if you heard about Wi-Fi repeaters, if you have Wi-Fi problem at your home, you can just put Wi-Fi repeater and the signal will boost, right? The same goes with repeater. Amplify the signal, basically. Amplify means boost the signals again. Very simple, very, very simple device. Okay, so this is a repeater. Suppose you have a very, very weak signal. So if you place a repeater kind of device, it will boost the signal. Okay. And repeater work can be done by switches also. If you add a switch in between the cable, again it will boost the signal. Okay. So nowadays we do not have separate switches in the market. If you just add, so what is the problem? Why signals are getting what we call signals are getting weak? Because there is a limit in LAN cables. You can't put more than 100 meters cable. Do you know that? Okay, if you don't know, normally we place 50, 60, 70. Okay, so after 80, 90, the signals started getting little bit drop. But after 100 meters, like it is a problem of LAN cables. You can't add, you can't send more than 100 meter in LAN Ethernet cables. Then we have to buy what we call fiber cables. Fiber. Okay. If you have more than 100-meter distance, we have to use which cables? Fiber. For shorter distance, like if you have a computer lab, one computer lab to another computer lab, so then normal, what we call Ethernet cables, Ethernet. Okay, Ethernet cables, or people call them LAN cables. Okay, or copper cables, straight cables. So there are a lot of names. Okay, so ignore the name, just understand whatever commonly used cable. You can't send data from one computer to another device, maybe a switch or anyone, maximum to 100 meter. But if you want to connect another building from this building, and if the distance is around 200 meter, then what you will do? So in this case, you add a repeater in between them, because when the signals getting degrade, okay, the repeater will boost the signal again, and it will, you can reach 200 also. Okay. So repeater is to amplify the signals or to boost the signals, because there is a limit of 100 meters. You cannot add network devices together with more than 100 meter. The other solution, you have to buy fiber devices, because all network devices, they do not support fiber, right? So then you have to buy fiber devices and all. So repeater is to boost the signal. So repeater is a layer 1 device. Repeater is used to reproduce the original strength of the signal, or you can simply say boost the signals together. So now what is access point, guys? Wi-Fi devices are called Wi-Fi access points. Okay. So if you go and see, there are a lot of Wi-Fi access points in the market. You can see Aruba is also a great company. Okay, Cisco also has a good name. Obviously, everybody knows. Okay, TP-Link, D-Link, you already know these. Maybe you guys are using them. But Cisco is obviously the top one. Aruba is also good. Ubiquiti is very good. Cisco, Aruba, Ubiquiti. Okay, so the Raxas. Yeah, kind of this name. Yeah. Okay, so all these are Wi-Fi devices company. Okay, Aruba, Aerohive, Meraki, Raxas, Ubiquiti. Okay, so all these companies make Wi-Fi devices. Very, very popular. Cisco, Aruba, Raxas. Ubiquiti, Aerohive, like they are new players in the market. Okay, and very affordable devices. TP-Link, D-Link are normally used in home networks, very small offices, but in bigger corporate networks, we do not use TP-Link, D-Link normally. Okay, if you are using, then it's okay. But big companies or enterprise, they use Cisco and Aruba or Raxas also. Okay, so these are Wi-Fi access point. What are these Wi-Fi access point? So all these are Wi-Fi access point, and if you want to place, like you can place these Wi-Fi devices together. And nowadays, Wi-Fi access point mesh is also going on. So what is mesh? Like if you have a like a little big what we call, if you have a small office but you want to connect your office Wi-Fi, you get signal everywhere. You can buy this bundle, and you just place if you are, if you have a big home also, you can place this Wi-Fi like this: ground, first, second, and all your you there will be no dead zone. What is dead zone? Like where you do not get Wi-Fi signals. Okay, this is very, very common. I'm using it in my office, obviously. So because and up to 100 plus devices you can connect. So for a small company, small startup, this Wi-Fi mesh devices are amazing. Okay, and nowadays the latest Wi-Fi is going on, which is called Wi-Fi 7, which is very costly right now. Okay, one device is at approx $1,000, approx 50,000 India, around 900 to $1,000 in US. Okay, there is Wi-Fi 6E also. What is this Wi-Fi 6E, Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 7? We will learn in this in Wi-Fi chapter. Okay, but the latest one is right now 6E devices. Yeah, Wi-Fi 7 and Wi-Fi 6E is the mesh setup. Normally people are using this one, I think. Yeah, Wi-Fi 6E, because nowadays the Wi-Fi internet speed, you get good internet connection. But if your devices, you can see here in this Wi-Fi, you have around 54 Mbps speed. Like if you have, and always whenever a speed written on the box, always divide by 2, because it's bi-directional. तो जब भी किसी डब्बे पे लिखी होती है ना जो भी स्पीड, उसका हाफ करना है आपने. Okay, whenever you see any device, make sure you divide by 2, because 54 Mbps you will not get, 5400. Now this device will give you maximum 2700 Mbps, up to 2 GB speed you will get on Wi-Fi. Around 2, but if you have more powerful connection, 10 GB, this Wi-Fi device is not for you. If you have 10 GB speed, if you need, then you have to go for that Wi-Fi 7, which is going But in India, I think 1 GB is the maximum we are getting in broadband. In broadband, I'm talking about. But I think outside India, US and all, they have 10 GB broadband connections also, I think. 10 GB broadband. USA? I think होगा उधर तो पक्का. You can see up to 10 GB net blazer, but it is going to be very, very costly. I think they have a residential and all. Speed up to 10 GB. Okay, so Google and all, they have you can see 10 GB internet is coming. Here is how to get it. So this company Xfinity 10 GB. So these companies are providing. So now understand, if you get 10 GB in your home, then how you will get Wi-Fi speed? Because if you buy normal Wi-Fi devices like Wi-Fi, normal Wi-Fi access point, those are very, very small, very cheap, very affordable. Suppose this device, it's a good device, 2000 bucks in India, approx $30, 20, $30. Okay, so you can see you are getting 400 Mbps. So now just imagine if you get 10 GB connection. Okay, suppose you get this GB. Okay, 1200 MB. So if you have 1 GB, which is 1000 Mbps, I am sure you know, right? 1 GB is 1000 Mbps. You know this little bit. Yeah. So now understand, if you have 1 Gbps, 1000 Mbps connection, and if you buy this device and it is written over 867, I told you always divide by 2. So what is the maximum speed you will be getting on this device? Can you tell me, guys, on Wi-Fi? Approx maximum to maximum you will be getting this one divided by 2. So maximum you will be getting 433 Mbps if you use this Wi-Fi device. Clear, everyone? So that's why whenever you have a very good internet plan like 1000 and your Wi-Fi is not giving that speed, it is not that ISP fault. It is maybe you do not have that proper Wi-Fi access point. For that, you have to buy the Wi-Fi latest 6E or something like that. Okay, so they have a model Wi-Fi TP. A lot of companies have, but 6E. Yeah. Okay, so then you can see here, this is 54. It means 2700. So it will give me around 2.7 Gbps. So then if you have 1 GB internet plan like Geo and all, if you are using in India, so then you have to buy these type of Wi-Fi devices. You can buy a single pair also. I think, yeah, ये देखो एक भी मिल रहा है यहाँ पे. Okay, so you have to buy this type of device so that you get around 1 GB properly on Wi-Fi. And your laptop should also support 6E, because whenever you buy any laptop, okay, suppose if I buy a gaming laptop, I love gaming laptops. Even I'm not using it right now. Okay, but ye dekho, suppose if you buy any gaming laptops and if you check their Wi-Fi, always check when you buy these devices, because nowadays the Wi-Fi is mentioned over here. ये कहीं लिखा होगा display graphics operating. Yeah, you can see 802.11ax. Can you see that? It support Wi-Fi 6. Okay, so now if you want to know, you just copy from that laptop section and all. So you just check here max speed. Okay, so max speed of Wi-Fi 6 is around 600 to, it can go beyond that. It can go like 600 Mbps. So it's a good device. Obviously, you can consider this type of devices because this is a latest technology 6E, which is you are getting in the laptops. And nowadays, the mobile phones also have 6E, like Apple phones have 6E. Okay, but if you buy a normal Android, okay, I'm not sure, but if you just try to check any Android smartphone, are you happy if I'm sharing this real world knowledge stuff? ठीक है ना? It's not related to maybe as a proper network engineer, but yes, If a manager is saying that my mobile is not getting speed, then what you will do? You can't say, sir, buy iPhone. Right. So you should say that technically, okay, sir, your phone do not support that speed because it has a Wi-Fi, normal Wi-Fi, because it's not mentioned here. But if you check the proper this Samsung Galaxy M14 something on maybe Samsung website and all, they have mandatory, they have to write everything. If you check their catalog and all, there we will come to know this device has Wi-Fi 5 or Wi-Fi 6. ये ढूंढना पड़ेगा, ये तुम्हारा काम है. This is not my work. I'm just giving you idea. Okay, so you can see CPU, display, camera, storage, network. You are so it's SIM. This is all about 3G, 4G. Yeah, connectivity. Yeah, you can see here. This device support 802.11 ABG and AC. Maximum is 802.11 AC. It means if I go here and check 802.11 AC max speed. Okay, so this is going to be maximum. It will be 1300 Mbps bidirectional again. Bidirectional. Because mobile will send data, receive data. So maximum you will be getting around 650 Mbps on that Galaxy phone. If the processor is good, other things are also considered, right? RAM, processor, all these things are also considered. But 600 MB the Galaxy phone will get. If you have 1 GB connection at your home, you will never get 1 Gbps with this smartphone. How cool. So never buy a device if you have 1 GB speed. So properly utilize that speed. If you are paying for 1 GB plan, then make sure your devices support 1 GB PS. Then only it is good for to go, because I think 100 200 MB is also good. So right now, so I'm on my normal Wi-Fi. I have 200 Mbps plan. So 200 Mbps is enough. I think 100 is also enough. 50 is also enough. Depends on usage. But I need a good upload speed. So some ISP, they have different download speed and different upload speed. So I'm getting good upload speed here, so that after the class I upload videos or my team and all. So that's why I am go on 200. But I think as a normal user, 50, 100 plans are also good. Okay, so this is the knowledge about Wi-Fi access points. Okay, so you should buy Wi-Fi access points according to the requirements of company. And Wi-Fi access points are also we have what we call WLC in companies. Okay, like if you have lot of Wi-Fi devices, how you will manage all Wi-Fi devices together? अगर आपके पास 50 Wi-Fi access point है, if you have 50 Wi-Fi devices in college, so do you go to all Wi-Fi devices and change Wi-Fi passwords? Do you think that is convenient for network experts, engineers? No. So when you have lot of Wi-Fi devices and all, then you can see there are controllers. These are called controllers. So you can just buy a controller and configure the controller, and all Wi-Fi device you can set password. Everything will be done on the controller. So Cisco has a controller which is called Cisco WLC, and this 9800 and all these are the latest ones. Okay, so this device looks like a switch. ये switch की तरह दिखता है, देखो. This device looks like a switch, but it is a server for Wi-Fi devices. Understand? Server of controller. Basically, the correct term is called controller. So this different models are available. If you have 50, 100 access point, then go for a smaller one. If you have 500 access point in your office, big campus, big university, okay, then go for the bigger one. It totally again depends on requirements. Okay, nowadays you can place this WLC in Amazon also. If you want to manage your Wi-Fi, but you do not want controller, then you can buy virtual controller and add this virtual controller, because everything is going in cloud, everybody talks about. So Cisco, everyone is already doing that. ये देखो हम क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे, that my Wi-Fi controller, I have 50 offices, all 50 offices Wi-Fi I can configure, I can manage from AWS. ये देखो, if you know a little bit of AWS, you can see I can go, I have to buy license, because you can see here, bring your own license, BYOL, bring your own license. Okay, like BYOD hota na, bring your own device somewhere, bring your own license. So you can place wireless controller in a cloud. That's super knowledgeable things. That's why I'm saying this is initial batch. Okay, so try to cover basics, because everywhere basics are going to help you a lot in your career. Okay, if you are good at basics, then you will become expert, right? Obviously. Okay, so these are the commands like ping. I'm not using Windows laptop, but try to check these commands. I'll show you in practical. Ping. So ping is basically for, like, if I want to test if I'm connected to google.com, I can say ping google.com. Okay, so what is this? This is what we call a tool to check the connect, whether the other device, whether Google is connected to me or not. So right now you can see I get ping replies. This is called ping replies. We'll discuss about what is this TTL time, what you have any question. So we'll discuss later on. And if you want to see your IP address, then there is a command called ipconfig. But this is a Mac. So I have to write here if config for Linux, Mac, for Ubuntu, all these operating if config. Windows user will type ipconfig. Okay, if config. So you can see it is giving me, okay, I'm connected to, this is a little, कहीं होना चाहिए IP मेरा. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see I have this IP address on my interface wireless inet. Inet is like internet address, you can say, or IP address 192.168.1.13. This is my IP address. You can run IP config in your laptop. And if you want to see the MAC address, then IP config/all. Okay, this is for Windows. But for Linux, no need to check if config all. You can see IP address here. And this is what we call MAC address on top. Okay, if you are using Linux or Mac. Okay, the best, you can go to the settings. Okay, you go to the network. You can go, I'll show you in Windows also, but this is how we can check here also. Okay, this is the GUI. I click on the details. Okay, and you can see 192.168.1.13, because a lot of companies are using Mac as a, mostly software developers get Mac operating system. Okay, so maybe if you get a job in any company, maybe a lot of people are using Mac. Okay, so you should know about all the operating system little bit. Okay, so 1.13, you can see I have 1.13 IP. And if I want to see my MAC address, I go to the hardware and you can see this is my MAC address. Okay, so now if I copy this, let me show you one amazing thing. If I copy this, if I can copy, yeah, if I copy this, sometimes what happens in your company, you will be getting complaints that this MAC address is, from this MAC address, we are getting lot of packets. We are getting lot of broadcast packets. Okay, so whenever the day come when you check logs and see this MAC address is getting lot of, we are getting lot of broadcast from here. Maybe somebody is doing attacks, maybe employees doing some testing. Okay, so then we go to this website, macvendorlookup.com. And you can always copy paste that MAC address, whatever you have, and check this device is from Apple. Yeah. Okay, so Windows MAC address will not show you Windows here, Microsoft. It will show you some companies like Realtek, Sustec, some companies which are making NIC cards for or motherboard जो company होती है ना motherboard, who makes motherboard. So motherboard company's name you will see here, and then you will identify, okay, this is a Windows. Some guy is using a Windows or computer or maybe Android or something like that. Okay, so this is how you check Mac vendor lookup. Okay, to check your internet speed, as I mentioned, I check fast.com, which is by Netflix basically. This is made by Netflix. I think this is better than speed test. I feel like I'm using it and it gives a fast result than speed test. The other website I would recommend you to check here, submarinecable.ma. Last time also I mentioned, but again I'm repeating this. You can see submarine cable, like under sea we have all fiber cables. So इस cable को आपने explore करना है. Okay, just try to check all the cables one by one. Okay, not all cables, just try to check one or two cables and read about them, how they made it, how they place it. Okay, so this is a company like IMEV Cable. This is a company who put fiber cables under sea. Their website is not working. I think they have spent all their money in the submarine cable. So okay, so this is all submarine cable, and then another website. What is my IP? There are two websites. What is my IP? What is my IP address.com? You go here and check. Okay, this is my IP. This is my location and all. Okay, so IP address lookup, and you can also paste the public IP of any other vendor. Suppose you have any public IP. Okay, and just you can see IP address lookup. Okay, and copy paste that IP address if you get any lookup. So you can see this IP belongs to some Konik Han University or something office Bangkok, pata nahi kahan ka IP 202 something. Randomly I just entered. Okay, so this is just a website to check your public IP. Okay, what is my IP address.com? Okay. So this is what we call public IP. IP lookup, like if you want to see IP from other side. Okay. So you can just paste that public IP and just get IP details and just try to check, okay, what's the location. Okay. So this IP address belong to Ireland, Dublin. And this is not exact location because this will give you not user location. It will give you ISP location. Okay. So how people track some, suppose you just email Modi ji, okay, that we are doing some illegal things or something, just randomly people for just by what we call, it's not fun basically, it's just what we call bullshit is the correct word, right? So if anybody try to do anything illegal and if they just send a email to maybe government of India, any email, okay, we have this so much or something, then how they track? Suppose one student from our batch, Parag, okay, or Tanuj, okay, if they send any wrong email to government of India website or something on their website, okay, easily available on internet, right? And if they just randomly write any bad things, okay, we are doing some this activity or whatever, which is uh, problem for our society, okay, then how they track it? They basically track your public IP. Okay. And if you are using any proxy, because a lot of softwares are there, a lot of VPNs are there. Okay. So like there are a lot of softwares like Carbon VPN, Hotspot VPN, lot of VPNs, and you can change your locations. Like it will give you option. Okay. You want to use which country VPN. Okay. But somehow this company, if I change the IP, okay, I'm not click connect, but if I change it, maybe my Zoom meeting will close. I'm not doing that. Okay, so but yes, if you change the location, and if any government of India or any country government, they will track, they will connect with VPN connect servers. They will tell you, these companies will tell the organizations, okay, this is the real public IP of that user. Okay, so never try to do that if anybody is listening. Okay, because it's easy for them to track. Okay, so right now you can see I'm showing you trace email. Okay, let's try to trace email. I wish I could take cyber security batches, but I'm not that free. Okay, so let's say this. यार कोई email ही नहीं मिल रही है. Okay, let's say this is LinkedIn. Actually, you already know this is a LinkedIn email. Okay, let's go to spam and do not check if I'm getting spam with any. Okay, so this credit card. Okay, Stancy credit card, auto marketing, something. Okay, I can't see the email also because Google already identify. But if I go here and if I click here, show original, can you see that? If I click on show original, okay, and if I go to trace email, and it is saying just you have to copy paste from return path, okay, where it is return path given. So I go to this original message, I find return path, I have to copy paste from here until where, till you get this content transfer. Okay, content transfer तो copy करेंगे, will copy till content transfer something. I think content transfer till here, copy, and let's paste this, paste this in this section and find email sender. Okay, let's see. So this is the public IP of that guy. दिख रहा है? This is the public IP, but actually he is not using any particular server because he sent me email from, they are using Gmail. And easily you can contact Gmail and say that, okay, this auto marketo has a Gmail subscription. Please check, because you can see here na, mc.automarketo.com. This is their server from they are sending emails, and they are using some Gmail servers. Because मुझे यहाँ दिखा कुछ public IP. Yeah, only, yeah, mail, auto, they are using mxgoogle.com. So this mx means mail servers, Google के mail server use कर रहे हैं. Okay, so basically this public IP is Google IP. They are using Google. Okay, you can check further also, like if you go to here, शादी इंटरेस्ट, ये मुझे आया है. स्पैम है ये. Okay, finally backlinks and rankings. Okay, let's try this one. Show original. Again, we go to the return path and we try to copy till content transfer something, copy. Okay, so I just, this is just again that extra stuff you should know a little bit, because somehow down the line you will go in network security. Yeah, you can see now this public IP, and this public IP is also using, because nowadays everyone is using Gmail, what we call G Suite. You know, right? Now what's called Google G Suite is changed to Google Workplace something. Yeah. You see, any company can create their email ID on Google, right? That's why everyone is using Gmail, because Gmail is more common. So mostly all companies are using Gmail, and you can see to have your company email on Gmail, they are charging around 136 rupees, approx $2-3 per user. Okay, so you should understand a little bit of these type of stuff also. Okay, so get MAC. This is the command to get all your MAC addresses. Netstat. This command is very good if you want to see what network connections are running in your laptop. So sometimes you feel like your laptop in Windows, I have seen sometimes your cursors are moving here and there without you are touching, and sometimes there are some virus attacks or something happening. So, and you feel like, oh, I got hacked or something. So you can always check this net stat and try to see what is net stat means your computer IP, and this your IP address has connection with different foreign addresses. So right now you can see here, I have this address 595 BGNGNX something. And if I try to check what is this ping, okay, this is not, but yes, you can see here public IPs. You can see this is your source IP and this is the public IP of the server and connection is established, right? So means my computer has a connection with the server 170, and this 170 you can copy, you can go to your this website, what we call, what is my IP. You can try, okay, my computer has a connection with which vendor IP, and try to copy paste that IP, get IP details. And you can see right now I'm taking class on Zoom. That's why my computer is showing me that I have connection with the Zoom. Yes, agree? Okay. So all these things you can check in your task manager also. I think in Mac, this is what we call activity monitor. In this also, you can go to your network and you can see all your connections. You can see data. Yeah. And all services, what are using, what, how much bandwidth. दिख रहा है? So I'm on Zoom and I have already uploaded 4 GB data today for this class. Okay, so Google Drive 7 MB. So this is the today data only, I think. है ना, आज का ही हो गया, I think. Yeah, recent data. Okay, from here you can pick, okay, this application is taking my lot of bandwidth, and you can kill the process. Okay, but don't close the Zoom when you are taking class. Yeah. Okay, so this is the work. I think that's enough. And after that, so tomorrow we'll see what is the difference between MAC and IP address. We will discuss about uh, uh, if you are able to understand, I can teach this frame right now, or maybe we can discuss in between, because this is going to be what we call header. So what we can see, what we can do, we can skip this part, and tomorrow I think let's start with the OSI model, and then after OSI model we will do subnetting. Okay, so tomorrow we will cover OSI model. Clear everyone? And it's very very important. OSI model बहुत important है. I would highly recommend you, if you have time, check OSI models on YouTube. Okay, but on our channel. Okay, lot of OSI model, and try to all for next 10 days. I am giving you this suggestion. If you really want to be expert in basics, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I have 23 OSI model videos on our channel. So just try to check. If you only watch one video a day for next 10 days, your OSI model will be amazing. I'll teach you live also, obviously, but obviously my all classes are different. What I'll be teaching you tomorrow, it is not like in कि मैंने वो कभी पढ़ाया होगा या उस स्टाइल से पढ़ाया होगा. Okay, so whatever OSI model I covered 10 months back, maybe tomorrow it will be a little different, because it's a very very lengthy topic. So you can see a lot of students in this previous batch also. So where we discussed about OSI model in detail, and this 2 hours 35 minutes video I would highly recommend. Okay, not just today, I would say this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have 5 days. Try to watch one video a day, and your basics will be awesome. Trust me. Okay, so again, I'm sharing this link with all of you. And no, all videos are English. 3-4 videos are in Hindi. You can see OSI model Hindi. This is English. When we have any Hindi video, we mention it as a Hindi video. And when we don't mention any language, it's English. Clear? और बाकी सुन के पता चल जाएगा ना. Listen just for 10 seconds, you will come to know it's English or Hindi. Okay, so you can see and try to watch Hindi also. Okay, so it's okay. And animation content is there. This is, I think, if you ask me the best OSI model, which batch I have taken the best OSI model class. So that's this one maybe. The more lengthy, the more in-depth I went. You can see 2 hours video. And the very, very old, don't watch 9 years back videos, guys, please. I was like very young. 20-21 साल में क्या पढ़ाया होगा मैंने? 24-25 का, सॉरी, ज्यादा छोटा कर दिया मैंने अपने आप को. Okay, so OSI model, let's try to watch 2000. Just check, okay, it's try to watch, okay, you will come to know easily that which videos are best. 19 is also good because all has similar concepts, but you will automatically, this 2020 I have explained in such a different way. You can see where I using a notepad and where I'm actually showing you the flow. You can see how the data is going. I'm showing you every step here in this video in Hindi version, and the similar content you get in English also. Somewhere in this video, maybe day 3 something. Okay, so and this video is also good, where I've put the handwritten content, everything one by one. Okay, so 20 hours of OSI model is already, I think, if you watch English or Hindi, easily you can get 15-20 hours of content. Okay, so another, if I do not want to say anything, but trust me, I've seen lot of OSI models on internet just for checking. And people, these guys, they are not from the network industries. Okay, so they may be good at teaching just basic. Sorry if anybody. Okay, you can see sender application. This is just to prepare you for some government exams and all. Okay, so this will be mostly everyone here are not from the industry. That's the only difference. Okay, like this guy, he's into some normally making cyber security video. He can't explain OSI model, the people who actually work in industry. Are you getting my point? The only difference, what makes people better than others is following the right people. Yeah, because everyone is learning, everyone is watching YouTube, everyone is learning. But if randomly watching anyone, then you are wasting a time, bro. Yeah, time is more important. If you spend 50 hours learning from these guys, and after that you still not clear about OSI model basics, then you wasted 50 hours of learning. Okay, so I'm just, because I've seen this thing, people, they attend my batches and they go to YouTube and randomly watching videos. Okay, so it is like you are contradictory. You are paying for live batch and then you watching YouTube videos randomly. So I have one word. So learning is okay, learning is easy, but unlearning means whatever you learned wrong things, this is more problem. Unlearning is more difficult than learning. Yes or no? If you learn wrong content, means it is very difficult to remove it from your brain. That's, please understand. I think nobody has told you this anytime, but this is very, very important. Okay, so learning from right person, it's very important. Just what I recommend you, always follow YouTube. It's good. Try to check the profile of that guy who is teaching. Okay, So who is teaching, where he has worked, all those things, and then try to work. Because when you watch 1 hour video on YouTube, uh, it's not about it's free, but your time is not free. Okay. So I think the next thing, see you all tomorrow. And I would